Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today we're going to be heading over to Germany to check out some cosmic horror themed black death metal. Oh yes, I was reminded the other day in one of the comments someone mentioned the band Omegavortex, and I thought, oh, there's a band I like. Let's talk about them. So we're going to do so, and their album Black Abomination Spawn. Now this is an absolute belter of a record. In fact, if I remember rightly, this was my album of the year in 2020. Absolutely brutal stuff. It's put out by Invictus. And, mate, let me tell you something. If you like your Morbid Angel styled sort of black metal and you love blast beats, look no further. This has got you covered. Now, like a few other bands that were mentioned in that comment, like Perdition Temple and the others escape me now. Who else was there? Was Angel Corpse mentioned? Maybe? I remember. Yeah, but a bunch of those bands, you know, and this was among them, and I thought, yeah, absolutely, you know. Thankfully, we have got bands like this that are sort of taking that Morbid Angel formula, and some of them tend to turn it up on its head and bit side to side, and that's what I love about this, because it wears its influences on its sleeve, yeah, but at the same time, it's just, oh, I don't know, it's got its own little character to it as well. I love the artwork as well. You've got some kind of weird abomination. Look at him. He's got tentacles and ting, so you know it's cosmic, because you know how they like all that, don't they? Yes. And on the rest of the layout, pretty simple stuff. Got that gatefold action going on. But on the inside, it is just lyrics. So pretty cool there. And then on the back, just track listing. So no whoever played guitar, whoever played this, recorded here, released there. None of that stuff going on. No cheers, thanks and fuck offs. None of that stuff. So very cool minimalistic kind of layout in that respect, but not minimalistic in sound by any stretch of the imagination. And what I love about this is that it's a little trickster, because what it does is that some of the songs they don't transition at all. They blend into each other. So if you were to play them on their own, they sound like their own unique song. It doesn't sound like anything's missing. But when you actually play the album in real time, some of the songs blend into each other, and it actually sounds like there's one massive long song in places where it's actually a few songs. So that's really cool. And some of the transitions are sort of easier to spot than others, but for the most part, it's really smooth and cool, but done really, really well. And it translates on vinyl perfectly, because it's just that one sort of mid bit in the middle. It's just really cool. Very, very, very cool album. And you know, so I like stuff that has a bit of imagination behind it, like stuff like that. Like this is something that's a bit more uncommon, and you know, there's still room for experimentation out there. That's what I like about it. But if you like your slower stuff as well, like these guys don't tend to go as slow as much as some other bands do, particularly in this sort of field of, you know, the sort of Morbid Angel come sort of Dark Throne kind of, not Dark Throne, sorry, Dark Funeral kind of level of aggression thrown in with Morbid Angel kind of heaviness. But this, like I said, has its own flavour as well, and it knows when to go slow too. I mean, it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't do it so often, but when it does, like particularly on the instrumental track on here, From Obscurity, really cool song. It's pretty much a slow one throughout, but that's like, it shows that these people can do a vast amount with relatively little. You know, they've got like the pretty simple formula, but just, I don't know, it just becomes this huge, just maelstrom of absolute fucking frantic riffs, hectic drumming, just chaotic music that you just, like extreme metal, just up the arse. Just, really, really good stuff. And of course, it wouldn't be a Grindslime video if I didn't whip out the old LP as well, because you know how we like to look at the shiny stuff. And too bloody right, it's black, of course, tentacle and ting. So all that happening as well. And just like, even when you look at the grove lines, like you can still pick out where the songs are on the individual tracks, but they just play right on through. Just very, very cool release. A lot of effort put behind it, which is really, really cool. They have got a new album that came out this year. I've not heard it yet, but I'm going to be changing that very soon. As soon as I find out where I can grab a copy. But yeah, if it's anything like this, I can totally see why it would take 5 years to get round to. But it's always on camera that I struggle to put these away. But yeah, like absolutely fantastic release. Like I say, from 2020, Germany, out from on Invictus, Omegavortex, Black Spawn, Abominations. Check it out. Absolutely mental stuff. I dig it. Very, very much so. Support the underground in your local scene, and don't play in traffic.